Hi, my name is Colin Shaw. I'm the founder of Beyond Philosophy, and today we're continuing our interview with Darren Cornish, who's the Director of Customer Experience at Norwich Union, part of the Aviva Group. Okay, Darren, so perhaps I could ask you just to cast your mind back to 2001 when you started this program. You know, what did you actually do? What things did you start to undertake to improve the experience?
I was set this challenge. I knew I needed some support. I knew I needed to connect into some people who could provide some thought leadership in the space. I had a broad idea of how to best influence our organisation into change, but some of those tools, some of those practices, some of those mechanisms I really needed to import, and that was where I connected into Beyond Philosophy. The first step, I think, was probably two parts running parallel. There was and all through the last 6 years, there's been a lot of design. A sense of planfulness, but at the same time we've been quite opportunistic as we've gone through, and I think at the outset we just wanted to get some energy, some momentum. So the first step was working with Beyond Philosophy on some getting it sessions. We didn't communicate to those senior leaders attending that they were called getting it sessions, but really they were a blend of education and understanding, and just getting the conversation going, getting the key people in the organisation to kick the tyres on what a good customer experience could do for their business, and they were fascinating. They unearthed some real misunderstandings, some real confusion. So I remember a great debate that Colin facilitated up in Stansted with some a set of very significantly important directors in terms of what would happen to the customer experience journey from there, and the debate centred around, is there a difference between customer service and customer experience, and the real kind of the penny dropping moment when as a group of directors there was a realisation that the designing and implementing a customer experience is that much wider and deeper than just actually having your people answer the phone in a nice way to the customers and delivering a decent service. So we had these getting it sessions that started to create energy and momentum. Alongside that, we conducted, again, Beyond Philosophy helped us with, I think the intervention was called a naive to natural diagnostic, end-to-end diagnostic, and that was pretty intense actually. Interviews one-on-one or two-on-one with directors and heads of the business who were either presently overseeing large aspects of the customer experience or were controlling the plans and the vision for where the business was going, and those interviews really probed around just how much of our funding, just how much of our investment, our resource, our effort, our thinking, in terms of our plans and our focus was genuinely centred on the customer and was outside in, as opposed to we need to fix this, and if it does have a benefit for the customer, then that's kind of lucky on but a side issue. So we did the getting it sessions and the diagnostic and brought those reflections, that feedback, the outputs of those sessions back to the board to say, okay, well, this is the true reality of where, as a senior leadership of this organisation, we actually are in terms of our present position on customer experience across a whole bunch of dynamics. The great thing was that those diagnostics really helped us understand not just the end outcome in terms of what customers were saying as to how satisfied they were with our service, whether they were advocates of our service, but looking within the organisation, our processes, how were our processes designed? Were they designed from the inside to make things more efficient, or were they designed actually with the customer in mind? Our measures, one thing we very quickly discovered working with Beyond Philosophy was just how damaging the impact of some of our targets and incentives and measures was on the customer experience, how pervasive getting the wrong measure was on behaviours of our people. Our IT systems and just what a monster we had in terms of shifting our IT performance towards the customer. Our marketing and brand, which operated in a pretty siloed customer acquisition focus, the classic kind of marketing, communication, advertising, promotions, but was missing some great opportunities in terms of being able to connect across the organisation with the customer experience. So some fantastic learns for us, which gave us a great route map in terms of what do we now do for the next couple of years to start to move this forward.
Thanks very much, Darren. So this is the end of this clip on how Norwich Union have gone about improving their customer experience. There is a series of other clips that you'll hear Darren speaking on, and we hope you check those out. And in the meantime, if you'd like any further information, then please check out our website.